And you're tuning into the Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to Massive Wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother there, reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joey, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up, massive.
I said in you hand me clear. I'm driven, there's no fear. Switch my gear. Do not just on police here. Switch things and I switch my gear. I'm got my just on police here. We go here and there, skia. We go there and here. We go but not disappear. Here, we don't make this stuff. So the doors are chop on the stairs. After this, come back on traffic. We go my money, I got no fear. I just find a scare. I just find a scare. Five flavor, lazima utaskia. She's Siana, Katisia, niko na jida kwa kingdom. Mindo prince, I am the kingdom. Disobey Lord, takuzo kwa kingdom. Nime step na mabagi, unit now. The lady said the single, adios amigo. Can't catch me kwa machine bro. Adios amigo, das. Adios amigo. Speak with me kwa motor doses. Adios amigo, bye. Adios amigo, adios amigo. Adios amigo, pop my beer. Pop me go hang on my Google beer. This on my top of Adisia. Shinsia na Katisia. We pull up my big traggy. I'm a fan of mama mia. The organizer to my hotel by persevere. I said in you hand me clear. I'm driven, there's no fear. I fought my switch my do not just want police here. Switch things must be my fear. I fought my just want police here. If the parents find this here, what you done, you're gonna cut up to it.
Yes, karibuni sana family to yet another beautiful conversation. This is the media of the 21st century. My name is Job. In case you're here for the first time, a quick shout out to you. Shout out to everyone live with us on TikTok. Karibuni sana to the Black Fire Network radio station. 36 minutes past the top of the hour. That's the time right here on the 254. And of course, I'd love to hear to all our amazing listeners all the way from diaspora. What's the time on your end? If you're waking up, thank you so much for taking your time and for tuning in on today's conversation, where we shall be focusing our conversation and to Kenya, what is happening regarding still the finance bill. I'll be taking you guys through on the current going on live session on the parliament, where we can see that they did postpone the passing of the financial bill, which is supposed to be happening tomorrow after Kenyans took it to the streets. I'll be showing a couple of the images for those who missed out or rather were not updated on what was happening yesterday. I have a few images to share, videos on what took place, and I'll be sharing also what is happening currently right now on the parliament and what some of these have to say. And I tell you, we have really uneducated people in this system, because if you try listen to some of the excuses they're saying, how do you need billions for something that you've never done? I gave a very perfect example yesterday, and we saw how we have unfinished bridges, and these MPs and the same governors, they keep on telling us how they have spent billions of money, and all this money ends up in their pocket. So it is a hashtag reject the financial bill 2024 in the 254, and that is also what part of the conversation we shall be talking about. And all this happening we saw yesterday, the police brutality did actually take kama kawaida, it took place. We saw the police were sent outside, they tear gas people, they were spraying water sprays on people, the water the effective canisters, yeah. It was the effective canisters on people, the tear gas, live bullets, which of course we didn't see anyone who was shot, but of course we know that if it was kind of a led a demonstration like the opposition leaders kind of demonstration, we'll see people ending up to die. But I'm so glad, like I said, I'm so happy to see the way the youths did organize this and how it happened peacefully, no looting of anything, no businesses were vandalized, nothing, literally no destruction that took place. But we saw the police officers, they came out, of course, they did what they did. And due to this, actually, so many Kenyans have raised questions regarding the deployment of our very own troops to Haiti. Because if you're going to protect the human rights there in Haiti, that is the claim that they're saying. How will you do it while you can't even protect your own human rights? You can't even protect your people in your own country. When they're demonstrating for what is rightfully theirs, you are literally brutalizing them and killing them. So how can we trust you that you're going to protect even the people from other countries? It is a question Kenyans have raised, and we shall be talking about that. We shall also talk about where also the Haiti police officers, or the commander of Haiti police officers, has come to Kenya to discuss about the deployment of the Haiti troops. And this happened actually yesterday, and I do believe it's because of what we can see. I mean, what is going to really take place? We shall be discussing on that. I shall also give you the number of how many people were arrested still yesterday. But on the major conversation, we shall be talking about South Africa, which you can see Cyril Ramaphosa seems to be the second president, or this not the second, but the president who has finally taken over for his second term. And I'm not surprised. This seems like the Congo type of election, where they are still taking back the puppets so that they can continue oppressing the people. But with this, still, it comes with a lot that is supposed to be happening. Because remember that there was a proposal of where that the ANC and the Democratic Alliance should actually work together and all that. So I'll be taking you guys through on what is happening on all that. And also where we see in Chad, there has been an explosion that is at the depot parts. I'll be telling you guys which part of it this is in Chad, and a number of people have lost their lives, and much more coming from the African continent. So stay tuned, don't touch that dial. Shout out to everyone live once again with us on TikTok, everyone live with us on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter, on Rumble, on the show page, and on the radio station. In case you're here for the first time, we're learning how to get our radio app. It's very easy. Just go to the Google Play Store, search for Black Hot Fire Network, download the app, and which takes you straight to our website. And our website has amazing features. Trust me, you'll enjoy. Shout out to NK, shout out to Maura Ngendo, to everyone live with us on this other end. Karibuni sana. Enjoy the show. My name is Joby. I started with an amazing jam that is Brooklyn Boys with Gear. To listen to maybe towards the end of the show. Back with this one by HR the Messenger. This is Thankful, and I hope you guys are feeling literally grateful for the gift of life. That is number one, which you should be really grateful for, the gift of life. Hata kama tunapigana na financial bill, bora umekuwa uko na uwezo wa kuamka na wendo demonstrate. Be grateful for everything you have in your life. This is HR the Messenger. Enjoy.
I'm good quality, y'all. Hey, yo, I'm thankful. Wake up in the morning, count your blessings. Get up on my knees when I start the day. My phone rings, it's my girl and she on the way. She cooked me a good meal, girl. I'm thankful. Nakumbuka nikiwa kwa hiyo bed ya OC every day. I couldn't move a muscle, only thing I felt was pain. But you was by my side telling me it'll be okay, baby, breathe, baby. I couldn't even see, girl, I couldn't even cry. My mom's on my side crying to God like my baby ain't about to die. But I'm thankful I'm alive, thankful to family and the homies by my side. Thankful for the fans that been waiting for the vibe.
Shout to a boy.
Dark days, but the devil is alive. Feel my
Shout to the political pundits. Nice to see you.
got surgery, bro. Now this music better touch your soul. He knew
How are you doing today?
on your board, builds in a stock health decline.
Yes, share something positive, any quote of the day you have, in case you have anything positive to keep Kenyans especially moving. Share something positive.
Bado unapigana vita vitakatifu na uwezi uwaidia muda wake ukiwadia, so bado wepigana vita vitakatifu juu uwezi uwaidia muda wake umewadia. Bado wepigana vita vitakatifu uwezi uwaidia muda wake umewadia.
Yes, and of course, welcome back once again. My name is Joe B, and you are the Blackout Fire Network radio station. 43 minutes past the top of the hour. What's the time on your end? If you're not listening from Africa, let me know what's the time on your end. A quick shout out to everyone live with us once again on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. I see a bunch of you are joining through Twitter. Those who are live with us also on YouTube. Karibuni sana. Kindly also follow us on the rest of our platforms. We are also on Facebook. If you are on YouTube or Twitter, we are on Twitter. If you are on Facebook, literally follow us on all our platforms, and it is very easy for you to find us by first having the Blackout Fire Network application, which you can find on the Google Play Store. But karibuni sana, like I said, today we shall be focusing on South Africa as our major conversation towards the end of the conversation, where Cyril Ramaphosa is set to be inaugurated for his second term, and this comes in after a couple of course, things that happened after the election that was conducted on 29th of May this year. And of course, they always put back their puppets. That is what we always see. And when we try to connect back with what is happening in Kenya, I'm waiting to see in 2027. Personally, I feel like the youths are so woke. In 2027, mkikubali Ruto aingie presidential seat, and I believe that none of us are going to vote for him, then this is where we tend to question who really controls our election. In 2027, if these puppets turn to get back into this political seat, is where we go back and question who really selects you, because it's not us. It's not you, us who appoint. We can't appoint you back while you're making the lives of the people suffer. It's impossible. It is totally impossible. Of course, I want to start with the video of what took place yesterday in the 254 as we talk about the financial bill, which is still currently ongoing. Let me start with what is happening right now in the parliament, where we can see a few MPs throwing words at each other. I was listening to this before starting, and I've had a few of the MPs from different counties talking nothing but just nonsensical bullshit. All these funds they're asking, it's not even beneficial to us. It is just beneficial to them. All this money, again, is not even going back to our pockets. It's going back to their pockets and the IMF. That is basically what is happening here. And shout out to the lady. There's this lady I was watching her video, was talking on TikTok, and she was talking about how Kenyans were being forced to literally pay for something that has never benefited us. Because as much as they talk about how we need to take these loans, that is always their excuse, right? We need to take loans so we can create this sector of development infrastructures. But everything that has been created is done even poorly. Majority of the funds is pocketed. So the question is, who is benefiting the most on this tax collection? On this end, we can see literally it is nothing but the IMF, the World Bank, all these money lending organizations that are set up by the cat to the small hats, the Jews, the fake Jews. So this is what is happening right now. Now share the audio of what is going on.
That we need to deal with, and we need to bring amendment on them or shoot down the bill in its entirety, in totality. Mr. Speaker, let us be sensitive to the people of Kenya. Now I've lost my time. I can see I'm being told your time is up. Let us be sensitive to the people of Kenya, because it is the ordinary person who's paying for what we are processing here. It's not us, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if we are going to make life difficult, for example, Mr. Speaker, last year we passed a finance bill here, which is a Finance Act of 2023. How much money have we collected using that? We did not reach our targets. Now that is a proof that higher taxation does not yield to higher revenues, Mr. Speaker. Lower taxation yields to higher revenues. If you make the taxation process easy and simple, and which everyone wants to pay, that is when you will collect money.
Exactly, because right now you can't even collect money. Most of the people are so unemployed. You want to tax people who are unemployed. You want to tax people who are living at their parents' house. Just make this make sense, literally. Which nation have you had that this working? You want to tax people who do not have jobs. You want to tax people who are living at their parents' house. You want to tax bread. You want to tax what? And right now we can see the effect of it already. It's not even been passed, but businesses are already being affected. Jobs are being lost. Salaries are being cut. So by the time we're even getting done with this, or we're making a decision, we don't even know where we're going to be having a stand as Africa or as Kenya. This is unacceptable. It can't be allowed to happen. We cannot accept the financial bill. This is beneficial to only the white people and Ruto himself. And again, Kenyans and African people, this is where we go back and question, why is it that we have criminals being appointed as presidents? And this is why they have the authority. Because once a criminal, always a criminal. We know who Ruto is. Stop acting like we don't know. We know these people were taken to the International Criminal Court. They are leaders of a country. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. Let's listen to this one. Then the next video I'll be sharing is what happened yesterday, how the tear gas, the police officers did distract the demonstration, and of course, what are the thoughts and the questions that they have for these same police officers about the deployment of them to Haiti.
Alone cannot absorb millions of Kenyans who are job seekers. The private sector plays a pivotal role in ensuring that we have employment opportunities so that Kenyans can have the bargaining and the purchasing power to put food on the table. Honorable Speaker.
Exactly.
So the private sector should be supported. I heard the leader of minority speak about that this country is only favoring a few individuals who are trading in cement, who are trading in steel. Honorable Speaker, I want to ask and to urge the leader of minority, Honorable Pio and I, who is my very good friend, that he has an opportunity to set up a steel factory in this country. He has an opportunity to set up a cement manufacturing factory in this country. He has an opportunity, Honorable Speaker. I know that prior to the last general elections, they had so many meetings with the...
Shout out to Jekyll. Thank you so much for following the live creator, and welcome. We are discussing about the Financial Bill 2024 for those who are just tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Karibuni. And I see Jaba in the house. I see Empower Providence. Karibu sana. Hope you guys are doing great. This is currently what is happening in the parliament. You see a few members of the parliament who are giving their thoughts regarding the Financial Bill 2024. And you can see there are those who are reasonable enough. And if you try to listen to the whole thing, which is supposed to be running till 9 p.m. tonight, we're looking forward to see by tomorrow what's going to be happening. In Mombasa, as we talk, the people have taken it to the street to demonstrate about the financial bill being rejected. Yesterday, it was right here in Nairobi, the Nairobi city, where people took it to the street. But today, it is happening in Mombasa. So by tomorrow, we should see and observe the whole country taking it to the streets and marching, because every county has an MP, every county has a member of parliament who is supposed to make a decision on this. So all of us are literally supposed to be, to hold hands together. Like we saw yesterday, this is nothing to do with tribalism. Shout out to the Gen Zs again for working and making this work in a very well organized way. No destruction of anything, like I said, no vandalism of businesses. It was just the police officers who actually came up with all this destruction. So let me share what really happened yesterday for those who are not able to catch up with the images, and then catch up with a few of the comments I see on YouTube as we get to move on.
Kenyans are angry about the government's proposed 2024 budget. Hundreds took part in a parliament march to protest the signing of the controversial finance bill. approves the budget, it will squeeze yet more taxes out of already struggling Kenyans.
You see what the problem here is, right? 7 out of 10 shillings, right? Kulipa deni. That is 7 out of 10 shillings to pay debt. It is not fair and it is not just. The problem here is this. We can talk about raising taxes, but the government has made it very clear that they are going to continue borrowing. So the excuse of them saying that they're raising taxes so that you can be self-dependent is in itself a false premise.
Exactly. It is a false, because there's no way we're going to continue paying taxes and you're still borrowing. You sound dumb, SF. You really sound dumb. Ruto think people are really stupid, but I'm really glad because this man is being called by not just Kenyans. If you observe and pay attention very well, people have understood that Kenya is a set-up puppet state. This is a banana republic state, literally, where this man is taking nothing but orders, doing everything is being told by this created organization, and none of it is it benefiting us. It's benefiting him because he has to do it by oppressing us, who is collecting the tax too. That is the IMF, the World Bank, and the people who rule the African continent. This is crazy. You can't literally make people struggle while they're already struggling. There's no job opportunities created, but you want to still tax someone who does not have a job. The Lulu of the highest level.
Kenya owes about $45.5 billion in external loans, mostly used to build infrastructure. With a debt-to-GDP ratio of over 70%, a large share of revenue goes just to servicing the loans, leaving little to pay salaries and fund development programs. The IMF says the painful tax hikes are needed for the country to balance its books.
Who is the IMF to speak on this? And this is why you question, who is the IMF to speak on this? Oh, they're the same people helping us to take loans. They're the same people who have been giving us all this fake money, which helps us with nothing, you know? So that's why they have the authority and the audacity to question, because that's why they get the money.
Kenyans say President Ruto's wasteful spending, including numerous foreign trips, is to blame.
This cannot continue. It cannot continue in any way. We are ruled by a minority that does not care for the interests of the majority. Politicians are lies and thieves, and they've stolen our freedom, they've stolen our minds, they've stolen our land, they've stolen our future.
Julius Kamau, a preacher turned activist, was arrested for protesting against the proposed budget. The Occupy Parliament marches is a message to President William Ruto and the IMF that Kenyans are tired of enslavement to foreign lenders and they want a path out of it.
Yep. And Kenyans have said no. It is a no, it is a no, and it is a no. But I see Jiba Jaba says, hello, Pittsburgh in the house. It is exactly, I bet, 5:55 on your end. Thank you so much for letting me know what's the time, Jiba Jaba. And Empower, is it Empire, Imperia, or Empire? I don't know. Shout out to you. The Providence says you are going to watch Cyril Ramaphosa, a man and his miners of sellouts. They just country and black South Africans to white people. Shout out to South Africa for accepting this. They have accepted this. If you act the way Kenyans are acting right now, you'll see these people being scared. Let me tell you, as much as we can see Ruto saying, I'm very happy that Kenyans have understood the financial bill. That is what he was saying yesterday after, and when people were demonstrating. I'm glad to see that people right now understand there's something called the financial bill. You think people are happy? You're talking while you're being shaken because you can't see this is not an opposition-led demonstration. People understand the bullshit you've been doing. People have been questioning you. You're being interviewed left, right, and center. People are demanding answer. So these are call upon South Africans literally for them to drop the bullshit, thinking that they are the most privileged people in Africa. No, you're not. You're struggling the same way we are. And until you call on the rest of African people to help you the same way they did, unfortunately, we might watch you literally, because you don't even want to stand up for yourself. That's the saddest part, when you can't even stand up and know you need to stand up for yourself. It is crazy. Jibajabo says he is more in Kenya and the red kufi, and he also says vote Nelson for country governor or a citizen with your mindset. I know. It's crazy, manze. It is crazy, but shout out to our people. That is what is happening in the 254. But still on the same case, when we had this demonstration, something that happened yesterday was the question to our police officer. As you can see, they were throwing canisters, water canisters, tear gas, and the question that were posed to the deployment of these people was, how are they going to conduct or be able to help Haitians if they can't even try and follow the human rights laws that we have right here? When people are demonstrating peacefully, you're going to attack them. And we saw a police officer who lost both of his hands, and I don't know if he's dead. I'm not sure if he's not dead, because I saw one of the members of one of the politicians went to saw him. There's a police officer who lost both of his arms yesterday trying to throw tear gas at people. That is what karma gives you, you know. You've been doing it for so long. It's like, yeah, it's your time. It's your time. You feel how this feels. Making people cry and run on all that. But when all this was going on yesterday, we had the Haiti police who came to Kenya to get the Kenyan commanders, and that is ahead of the deployment of the UN-backed mission to fight Haiti gangs. And I remember on Monday we reported that the president of Kenya, that is William Samoei Ruto, had said on Sunday that the deployment of these troops shall happen actually on either this week or in the next 2 weeks. It's supposed to be happening either this week or in the next coming 2 weeks. And this is going to happen either way, because I remember kids saying that Kenya has not gotten any funds out of this. Kenya has gotten a lot of funds out of this. If you check most of the shows I've done, I've read so many articles of how much Kenya received. There's articles on that. We might have the Congress full of funds, but Kenya had received some funds on this. This is not just happening because as much as Ruto is a puppet, he's demanded to do a few things. There's some funds that were pocketed for this to happen. So they're saying that a team of Haitian police commanders on Tuesday, which is today, met the Kenyan inspector, but they came yesterday, they arrived yesterday. Yesterday, sorry, that is yesterday, Tuesday, yesterday, I don't want to say 2 days, it's today. God damn, I'm way behind calendar. But yes, a team of Haitian police commanders on Tuesday met the Kenyan Inspector General of Police ahead of a planned deployment of the violence-hit Caribbean country expected to take place by the end of June. Kenya is set to lead a UN-backed multinational peacekeeping mission with officers drawn from several countries to combat gang violence in Haiti that has left thousands of people dead and forced more than 360,000 others to flee their homes. And they're saying that we are counting on your support. That is the Haitian police official who was talking to the Kenyan inspector. And they're also saying that we are ready and committed to come over and assist whenever needed. That is what the inspector was telling the Haitian commander. And the Haitian police also met the commanders of the 1,000 Kenyan officers who will be deployed as parts of the multinational peacekeeping mission. And Kenya will also host Haitian police for training, and the delegation in Nairobi, that is on Tuesday, visited by the barracks where drills will take place. And that is the information given by the Kenyan police. The President William Ruto last week said Kenya will honor its commitment to restore peace in the Caribbean nation. You can barely maintain peace in your own country. When people are having peaceful demonstration, you want to talk about peace. These people are playing cards with us, and people are tired. People are tired of your cards. We take over the game right now. That is what the youths are trying to tell you. We're not our parents. We're not our great-grandparents who died watching you make them suffer and fueling fear on them without doing anything and making them understand that they have no power. We're not that generation. This is a generation of change. This is a generation of nothing but change. So on this other hand, Kenyans also went ahead and threw questions at the police officers. As much as we can see, the deployment is still going to take place. They're saying that a Haiti-based lobby group has written to the United Nations to express concerns over the Kenyan police brutality on protesters, journalists, and civil society activists during the protest against the financial bill in Nairobi that happened yesterday. And comes in because even some of the comments I read yesterday is that how are these people going to be able to conduct or, be able to bring peace in Haiti while they can't even let their people demonstrate peacefully? So I'm glad to see that the rest of the world is posing these questions, bringing these questions, and understanding the kind of people we're dealing with. They're paid to move along with everything they're told to do. But for those who are just tuning in, karibuni sana. Shout out to J-Man, shout out to Backed Mind, karibu sana. Let me know what are your thoughts regarding what is happening in Kenya currently. Shout out to the Mombasa people once again who are in the streets to demonstrate about the financial bill 2024 that is supposed not to be passed. Yesterday, we also witnessed more than 200 people who were arrested, but there was a helpline number that was given for those who are arrested to send their names, and at the end of the day, they were released. I can't say that right now we have any detained protester. All of them were released yesterday, and they're saying that, let me read the article on what they're saying under this report. Police held tear gas and tear gas canisters at 100 of demonstrations on Tuesday. Demonstrators on Tuesday, forcing businesses to close for fear of looting temporarily. A lawyer, Wanjoy Gashie, said that he was protesting on behalf of all Kenyans who will be potentially burdened by the tax hikes. And he says, I'm requesting the police not to arrest or beat us because we are fighting for their rights as well. Some major tax proposals in the bill were dropped after on Tuesday morning meeting between ruling party MPs and President William Ruto. And the chairperson of the Finance Committee, Kuria Kimani, said that the proposal introduced on the 16% VAT tax on bread has been removed. While which Kenyans have already told you that is not enough. We need the whole thing dropped down. Just you picking a few numbers on that financial bill, it doesn't make a change. We want the whole thing thrown away and not discussed at all. But moving forward is about what is happening in Chad, where a number of people have been pronounced dead. And this is after an explosion that happened at the depot center. They're saying that a known number of people have been killed and injured after a huge fire broke out at an ammunition depot in Chad, causing major explosion. That is information given by the senior government. Shout out to Crazy Kenyan. Hope you're doing amazing. Shout out to everyone right there on TikTok. Foreign Minister Abdeman Koluma said that the blaze happened at a military depot in the Doji area of the capital of Najema, and President Mahamat Idris Deby sent his condolences to the victims of the families without specifying the number of casualties. The video footages, which has not been verified by BBC, shows blasts lighting up the night skies, and witnesses says that they could be heard also from miles away. The weapon depots are in Doji, in the country's main arsenal, and is in the north of the near city of military headquarters, a French army base, and the airport. A journalist working for the AFP news agency said that the blaze caused weapons to fire up into the air. Well, again, I feel like this is when you talk about, you can see there's a French military, French what? Let me read that again. Some French bases included here. Personally, I feel like this is where when the country is not, some of these things happen when the country is not, or when the country fully have control, and which it's Africa itself. The country, most of the African countries, when we have this kind of casualties happening, is because the country does not also have fully control of this kind of centers, even our depot centers. Like majority of the centers in Africa, we don't control nor own them. We have white people who are there and they are doing anything and everything to mismanage, to just destroy. For them, it's all about looting. Once it benefits them, they don't care the mess, the scandals they cause. And I feel like this is what is happening in Chad. In so many cases of Africa, where we see the oil companies, literally majority of the places where you see these blasts and flames of fire occurring, it is when the country, and I feel that is because the country has fully no control of its resources again. We have white people who are just all about grabbing carelessly, and this is the causes of it. Maybe you can give me another thought regarding that. Shout out to Hybrid and shout out to Mr. Blackout Fire who just tuned in. Karibu sana Keith.
It's not this sound, Joey. What are you talking about? Happened?
We're talking about Chad, where there is an ammunition. There is a blast that has a fire that has broken out at an ammunition depot that is in Chad, and an undisclosed number of people have lost their lives over there. And I'm reporting this saying that I feel like this happens because majority of the countries and in these centers, it's not Africans who are operating this. Literally, it is not the government of Africa that gets to operate majority of where its resources comes from. Because as you get to read the article, you can see that we have
They operate
French.
They operate none of it. It's all during colonization and neo-colonization. White people took over all sectors of mineral mining and all sectors of extraction from Africa's earth. So yeah, it's some French shit. So the French, Chad was a French colony. French have not been completely thrown out, and the ones in there robbing, stealing, making France rich, and keeping Africans in power. So that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth. Because if you try to look at most of in places where you see all these fire breakouts happening, it is always where resources are at, literally where these resources based.
And they don't care about the African people. They destroy the land, destroy the environment, don't give a shit, and they come at you to get you some dumbass global warming. When they extract shit from your country, they leave it polluted, they leave it fucked up, because they don't care. As long as we get money, fuck these niggas, let them die, and the money goes to us. So when they come back and say, "Oh, we care about the environment," now you're like, "You out your mind? You're retarded." They don't give a shit about no environment.
It is crazy, but that is what is happening in Chad. Before you came in earlier, we were talking about the demonstration that took place yesterday in Kenya. Some of the questions raised by Kenyans because of the police brutality about the deployment of them to Haiti. And we've also witnessed the Haiti commanders, the Haiti inspector has come to meet the Kenyan commanders. And this is ahead of the deployment of the troops to Haiti. So Kenyans are really, they are questioning, how are you going to help Haitians while you're beating us because we're demonstrating, under peace?
Because the answer is because they're puppets. They're not democracy countries. Haiti's not free. Kenya's not free. So of course they beat you because you're not free. The Europeans create your fake police system. They beat you because you're trying to overturn the European system. That's why they're installed there. And somebody was saying, this guy got a lot of videos on TikTok yesterday about talking about the thing. Why are the police so stupid? I don't understand, fam. Across the world, people that run this planet made police the stupidest people because to follow orders, they don't want you to think. They want you to follow orders. So you're mostly dumb. You're dummies. You're the dumbest of the society, because then you'll be brutal. They want the most non-thinking, non-critical, understanding people in those positions. That's on purpose. We say, what don't they understand? Don't they understand the bill's going to hurt them? No, because they're morons. On purpose. Because they just got to be able to follow the wicked orders of the elite that's giving it to them. Because everything they did was unconstitutional yesterday. Was a crime. But Kenya's not a real country. Haiti's not a real country. There are no real countries on the planet, guys. You're being found out. I just sent Joby this video talking about Ramaphosa, that the two people coming out, the Rothschilds, are being known as the leaders. The blacks have realized who's the Rothschilds? They own South Africa, you moron. Now the Rothschilds are told, come out the woodworks from behind the curtain, told Ramaphosa something he's going to do. And there's not no damn request. You're going to do it. In South Africa, who are the Rothschild? Who are they? People that run Africa, moron. That's who they are.
South Africans are crazy. But as we talk about South Africa, Ramaphosa is to be sworn in for his second term. And they're saying that South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa is due to be sworn in for a second term in office as the president. Despite failing to security, a
Secure.
I think they mean
Secure. Yeah,
a
secure.
majority in
Major.
parliament. Yeah. Despite failing to secure a majority in parliament in last month's election for his Africa National Congress, the lawmakers re-elected him to stay on as president last week following a deal to form a coalition government between the ANC and its long-time rival Democratic Alliance, that is the
Exactly.
DA.
Those are the colonizers, Joby, the Rothschilds party.
Mhm.
To understand what happened, as I said more in the video, understand that the South African elections were tampered with. Of course, morons, they were tampered with. They made sure now that you got them talking, we're going to get away from the Chinese, we're going to stop persecuting Israel, because the cat's with the small hatch on this planet. And when you go off this script, they come and take you out of power. And that's what they've done. They completely rigged those elections. They were rigged. Even though that South Africans are stupid, xenophobic and moronic, but those elections were still rigged. They were still rigged. Obviously rigged. So that's what's going on in South Africa. It's the recolonizing of these goopy niggas. We're not out in the open because we're starting to lose power because our money scam is starting to crumble. Because to scramble for Africa again, that's what's happening in Kenya right now, Nigeria right now, Ghana right now. It's the taking back over it and not even being shameful about it. These are our puppets. They'll do what the fuck we tell them to do, and this was going to happen. There's no more illusion of freedom. We're taking it back over. So shout out to the youth of Kenya that's out there fighting. You might not understand the whole system, but you understand that it's corrupt and it's crooked. And they can't do nothing without you. So it's the youth. As I told you, I didn't know what was going to spark it. I told you it's going to be the youth of Africa that was going to change Africa. I already knew that. But I didn't know what was going to spark the revolution. Them coming out from behind the curtain is going to spark it. That's what's happening now.
What I'll say about South Africans is that that's their problem at this point. It's crazy when you are to the most privileged people in Africa, but the white people are now taking over your country. You're about to suffer, literally.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Kenyans have understood what the white supremacy is all about. And I'm so saddened to see that the people who had the white supremacy in their own faces for years can't even barely understand what you're fighting and what you're talking about. When you're educating them, they think you're jealous about them. It is so crazy and dumb.
You're jealous, Joey. You're jealous of, you want to live in their shack.
Who's gonna be jealous of you being poor? Have you ever seen someone who's jealous of a poor person?
They say you're jealous because you want to live in their developed country, Joey.
People will always envy the ones who have money and who are making it in life. Why would I look at a poor person and be like, I want to be like that, I want to live in a shitty place like that, so long as I have white neighbors?
Because you want to live, because you want to live in a developed country, Joey. That's why. And the funny part about it, now that they voted against the best interest, is a moron. They're going back asking Judah Molina, can he drill boreholes for them? He said, nah, go back to the white people you voted. Yeah, he said, nah, go back to the white people you voted for. I'm only helping the people that voted for.
I'll tell you the same thing too, because he even said it during the election. Don't come trying to vote for me with your xenophobic votes. You know, if you're voting for me, know that you're voting for me, understanding that I'm standing for the people. As much as we understand he is a paid opposition, you know, he spoke about it, and he's trying to do a little bit of education and enlightening South Africans, you know, with the little bits he's done is try to give you the key of what is happening in your own country, trying to fight for your rights, but you can't. It is so sad.
Exactly. You have so much hatred for other Africans, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Because it was the other Africans that got your faggot, got your ass free. It was the other Africans that got you free. Africans and the Africans out the continent and the diaspora got you bastards free. Not you. Not your goofy dancing in front of white people. All that dancing shit you do. The Anna piano didn't get your punk asses free. Right? That didn't get you free. Other Africans on the continent got your ass free. I'm glad they know it. Other Africans know they got your punk asses free. They got you free. That you spent money to get you goofy nigga and you hate Nigerians? They spent money to get you niggas free. But you South Africans have never done, I'm going to tell you, you South Africans have never done shit for other Africans. Nothing. Nothing. You're the weakest, you're the dumbest, but you claim people want to be you. They want to, like, you insane. They want to be you. They want to come where you live. You live in wretched poverty. Wretched. You don't own shit. Don't control shit. At least the Africans, even though they still colonize somewhat, they own the shit in their country. You don't own nothing in South Africa. You own nothing but a shack. And you screaming other Africans are taking shit from you. And then you killing other Africans. You don't kill, like I said, you don't kill the goddamn Pakistani that's there, Indians that's there, Asians that's there. It's only black people that you kill. So if you suffer, fuck you. I'm with Joby. Fuck you. Let you suffer. Talking about the other Africans that come and get your women. Other Africans got the same women. Same should be crazy. The other Africans are coming to get your women. Remember, I've been to South Africa. The women are morons. Okay, we keep it 100. Okay, no one got the same African women everywhere. No one. African women are all over the continent. Nobody's go to South Africa to get your women. Okay, motherfuckers are fucked up in their head. Go to South Africa to get your women. Yeah, and then to share your shack with no water up in it and no damn drainage system, no plumbing. When you shit in a hole and you can't flush the toilet because ain't no toilet up in there. I'm coming to get that. I'm living the dream, Joby. I'm living the dream.
And a shout out to Kenyans. I see, I love the way people are really moving. I see some influencers and celebrities who never supported the hashtag finance bill have been unfollowed. Majority are losing YouTube numbers. They're losing subscribers.
They're supposed to. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see that people are literally, coming together and supporting each other, because there's no way you have influence and you can't help us fight for what is rightfully ours. What is your influence in this country? What is your influence? Making money off me supporting you, but you can't support me when I'm foreign. You expect me to watch your content. It is easy. But last but not least of the conversation today is about
these Gen Zs, goddammit, putting in that work. Get these fake ass celebrities that work, unfollow them, and then don't just unfollow them, block their ass. Don't just unfollow them, block them so they can't show back up in your goddamn algorithm. Block their ass. Oh, what happened? Then they come on. Oh, these things are bad. What Ruto doing is bad. Nah, it's too late. Too late, motherfucker. Now you're gonna be broke with all of us.
They don't deserve our attention at all, and we shouldn't give them any. These people have become nothing but just TikTokers. You
hear what Joe said? Attention. Attention is money. Attention is the currency of the day. She's right. No attention for you.
Period. But as we get to move on, is about some of the taxes that have been increased, and we're talking about. We did speak yesterday about the cost of transport, which is going to increase if they happen to increase the fuel, and they're saying that Kenyans might face higher fuel prices following the proposal by the government to increase the road maintenance levy by 7 shillings per litre. And according to the report labeled by the Finance Committee Chair Kuria Kimani on the Finance Bill 2024, he explained that the levy has not been amended since 2017, despite the increase in fuel over the years. The road maintenance levy is a levy charged at the pump and is used to provide funds for the operation and maintenance of the road network across the country.
That's a lie because you've been taking fucked up loans from China and China's been building your roads. So it's a lie. Then where's that money been going? Where's the tax money been going? Because you ain't paid the Chinese because you owe the loan. And they the ones been building them roads. So what are you talking about? It's another goddamn lie.
It is insane. They're saying that the current rate is set at 18 shillings per litre of petrol and diesel. Increase of RML means that the Kenya will pay more for fuel at a time when they are grappling with the high cost of living. The committee argued that the increase of the levy from 18 shillings to 25 Kenyan shillings per litre would help in raising sufficient funds to maintain and repair the road networks. And there's nothing they repair. There's nothing which roads are even which roads?
Exactly. We're making bridges to nowhere, Joby.
Bridges that cost billions of money but they are unfinished. And then we need to repair those bridges, you know, they costed us funds, so we need to maintain them. They are unfinished, but you don't worry. You're going to maintain them. You sound dumb, man. And people are really
bridges to nowhere. Yeah.
People are tired, man. Yesterday night before I slept, you remember the last video you sent me, my phone went off and I was like, God damn, I need to go sleep. And
I know. I was damn Joby, I'm late as shit.
Yeah, the last day I checked of that Ghanaian woman. That woman was complaining about the Ghanaian people and the men, how she's being treated and everything. It's crazy, but I was seeing how young people are so mad. Oh my God, this is revolution taking place, and it's exciting. Yeah. It is exciting. I want to share this video here before we get to wind up of this pastor who speaks about the.
I just started. Shit, wind up already.
Yeah, I started on time today. I started on time.
How dare you?
I want to share this video. Let me see if I can find it over. Yes, this is Pastor T. Goes by the name Pastor T. He's a pastor right in the 254, but he's kind of a woke-ish, not really woke, but ish pastor who understands things about politics. So he's talking about the Gen Z's being the generation of revolution.
The generation of fools. They know when you're lying to them. This is a revolutionary generation. These ones, if they decide to vote in 2020, they are our lazima tuwapende. Hawa wanaweza kutana mkutano waseme shida yetu ni wase. Waeke wote kwa malori tuweke Lake Victoria.
And which they are saying it, because yesterday actually on the streets, most of the youths were like, we can't keep on having all these Negroes running us. Sorry, but we're taking over the country. They even told Raila Odinga, do not even dare bring your ass outside. We shall handle this one. We have witnessed your efforts. We don't want your efforts right now. You relax, enjoy your retirement benefits, and let us handle the thing. And that is what is happening. Youths are realizing that we've been having coons and the old Negroes who are literally leading as leaders. Why can't we have youths? That is the question being picked up today.
Once you're fresh, I tell you, that's how these people think. So wazee hao watu tusiwatreat vibaya. Miaka inakuja, wanaweza tuamulia. Generation Z, mimi miaka yenu msinipangie mabaya. They have radical thinking. They are revolutionary. They are calling themselves the disruptors. They are trying to challenge the systems and how things have been done. They have already changed the hotel system. They don't go to hotels. They go to B&Bs. Gen Zs, they are authentic, real, and comfortable. Gen Zs, there is nothing they are hiding. Madam, nywele, team natural. No salon, not wakienda waeke braids, ni za green na purple. Most of the Gen Zs don't do makeup. For what? For them, this is me. Take it or leave it. They love people who are truthful and people who are themselves. That's why you can't reach Gen Z to be like a Gen Z. Kawe ni mzee, tunakupenda na uzee yako. That's why on TikTok, some of the Gen Zs wanaonanga wa mama wakijaribu ati TikTok challenge washino. Huyu sasa siheshimu miaka. Because they feel you are trying too much to be in our space.
Yeah, and that is what is happening. This is super, super crazy. And they're just being warned, The Gen Zs are warning you. You've been warned. Stay out of our zone. We've been watching you. We ain't our parents. who grew up in fear. They don't want to talk about what is happening. You can't question. And I'm proud to be among the generation too. And you go actually through the comments, people are really happy, saying that, I'm so happy to be part of the Gen Zs. One of the persons was saying, I love Gen Zs, and there is also Generation Alpha coming. I was telling a friend just co-parent in peace, because these ones will grow, look for other spouses and men things and be happy, and they are real, and they won't see that you raised them they will see that you denied them their father and mother in future. Exactly, I agree. We are the type of generation who are questioning literally even the behaviors, the action of our parents. We're not the type of generation who are watching all these traumas being passed on and on. Our parents tells you.
What did he say, Joey? I missed it. My damn earpiece went out. What did he say?
He said Gen Z is a generation of a revolution. It's a generation that is truthful, generation that is real, authentic. They up for nonsense. We are telling you how it is. Take it or leave it. That is how that is the Gen Z. And that is true. We're challenging the system. We're challenging and questioning everything. We're coming up and trying to do things different, not the same way as our parents. What you're telling me, it's 2024, I need to be walking with long skirts and I need to wear a trench coat. I'm walking the way I want.
Huh? Joey, why you gonna try to throw me under the bus?
That is not you, actually. So many people, people who are just, elderly, and you find especially elder women, I'd say people like age of my mom's, probably if she was her age, maybe right now, whatever she would be. I bump into usually old women.
Your mom was young, Joey. Your mom had you as a baby, so your mom would be number damn. Your mom would be number like 38. No, she had you when she was 17.
No, she died at 30. I think 36 or 34. I'm not sure. 34, 32. There, I'm not sure.
Okay, so she'd be 40 something. Okay.
Yeah, she'll be 40 something now. But I was you bump into women on the road and they look at you creepy. I'm like, do you want to compliment or you want to talk trash? Just say it, let me hear it, and you're gonna face it, because you're not gonna talk trash in my face. I'm gonna attack you, because you think, we've been made to grow up with she's older than you, respect her. God damn that. I'm gonna tell you that. So
that's true. Exactly.
And I'm watching.
Well, you're not supposed to be given respect. Respect is earned. That's true. All that respect the elder shit, throw that shit out the window. If you don't respect me, I don't respect you. Yeah. I hate to say, the older people in Africa, you haven't deserved no respect. You've been cowards. You're the reason why the youth are in the situation they're in. Why they're impoverished. You never fought for shit. Never changed shit. So they got the right. Now be the one stepping forward. That is how it is. Like the old baby boomers we got. They never, most of them gave up and, wanted to join white supremacy. But white supremacy didn't want their ass. Oh, I wanted to go to the white person's country club, and I wanted that. And they got caught a nigga and spit in the face. Get your ass out of here, nigga.
Anyway,
exactly.
Family, as we wrap it up, I'm so proud of our people once again. Shout out to the Mombasa County people who are today on the street as well. Tomorrow, we are looking forward. The bill is being discussed. I've shared a couple of the images, speeches made by a few of the MPs, members of parliament, and we're looking for tomorrow. Of course, people are expected to go at the
Hey, Joe, let me say this. Did you see the video? I said they're gonna expose the homosexuals who would sleep with the pedophiles who would sleep with boys.
Yes. There's a list waiting for that list. Waiting.
There's a list. There's a list. Of you pedophiles. This ain't your daddy's Kenya no more.
This is our Kenya, period. This is our country. And that is what's up. But anyway, I see Jiba Jabba says my state, Pennsylvania, has 60 cents per gallon fuel tax, one of the highest in the US, and our roads are terrible. Keith knows we've checked this before, and
roads are terrible. Roads are terrible. You know what? They put all the money into China. China's got the best roads, the best everything. We've been paying for fucking China for 50 years with our goddamn taxes. And most Americans ain't known shit. They built that fucked up country, China. China, oh, it's a miracle. They built it off our goddamn tax money. Our roads are like shit. And China's got all these super highways off our goddamn back. Them in Israel. Because the motherfuckers here that control these banks, these Rothschilds, Rockefellers, all our money's gone to fucking China to build that fuckhole country. Now it took 40 years for white people to finally understand. No, I think these people are taking money out the country. Our roads are fucked up. Shit don't work. Yeah, you fucking moron. You were too busy what they doing to black people. Or they've been stealing from all our ass. They just ain't been stealing from you as much because you was living good. But now you all fucked up too. Can't explain how we're the richest country in the world and our roads are fucked up. I be driving out here having headaches, hitting potholes at the potholes, shit shaking my whole head. Where the money going? They ain't going to build no roads. This goddamn even Trump no good racist ass told the truth, said America's a duck. How the hell we got this money and nobody built built on these roads? Our roads ain't even been built. They've been left in fucking decline for 40 years. It ain't that matches the rise of China. And this fake ass China. Who all that money been going to? All this bullshit, this propaganda. China's a miracle. Yeah, it's a miracle with my motherfucking money. Yeah, it's a miracle with my motherfucking money. That's the Chinese miracle. Off our goddamn backs. That's how they built China. China ain't no fucking miracle. Didn't build itself. These impoverished ass country didn't build itself. It built it off American tax dollars that we don't have control of because the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and the bankers have control of our tax money through that fake ass IRS. So all our money goes overseas, all of it. Keep Europe afloat. Israel running around here. They got free healthcare, we don't. They got free college, we don't. They live the life of luxury off our tax dollars, but you was never told none of this. Because they on the media, know you'd be mad. They say you can't have it in America. You know they fake ass country called Israel got all of it. And live, they don't do shit in Israel but live free and nice and easy. And now they start them wars. They about to be fucked up over there too. So, hey, American, you're finally woken up. Oh, yeah, they've been stealing from your stupid ass for 50 fucking years. Fucking roads out of here fucked up. Much love, family. I had to do my rant. All your damn factories are closed. Oh no, do this for me, Joby. Just do before we leave. Before we leave, I want you to show where your money went. Where your money. Say, show me. Now remember, Detroit was one of the most advanced cities in the country 50, 60 years ago. Show me images of run-down neighborhoods in Detroit. Now remember, we're talking about the industrial, where Jibba Jabba lived. This was the industrial Midwest. All that shit was sent to China. All of it. From Pittsburgh to Chicago to Detroit. They completely just ravaged Detroit ass. When I was in college, I was like, God, I was scared of shit that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I'm from LA. Detroit scared the shit out of me. I was up in that motherfucker. I was like, this bitch, goddamn. It's like they ain't gave this motherfucker no money. Show something, Joe. What do you want to show? These neighborhoods are so run down, so destroyed, because all those businesses were sent to China.
Yeah, they're messed up neighborhoods. I don't know why my name.
Yeah, they're destroyed. So, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. All destroyed. Hey, have those guys come in yet today, Joey?
I want to call them after the show. They told me they're going to be meeting.
And they're doing what? I said they're doing what, Joey?
I'm communicating with them, Keith. Off air. We'll talk off after the show. Finish up with your ranting. I wind up kindly.
What? Good God. Anyway.
Yeah. Finish up.
Good grief. Good grief. Good grief. Anyway, all that shit in Detroit, when Detroit was prosperous, one of the best cities to live in, all that shit was ripped up and sent to China. Did the people in Detroit agree with that shit? Fuck no. Did they have a say in it? Fuck no. The people of Pittsburgh have agreed when they tore in all the steel mills and sent it to China? Did the people of Chicago, Indiana, what they call now the Rust Belt, did they have a decision in sending all our shit to fucking China? No, they did not. Because they didn't know the scam was the, I'm going to say, genocide people here and send everything to China. Because that was going to be their new empire. And that's what they were setting up the world for, all this global dictatorship shit that they were building in China. That these cats, with the small hats, were building all this shit in China. And if you go right now today, you'll see it's a big small hat community in Shanghai, China. What the fuck are they doing there? Because that was their new empire. You weren't supposed to know until they just totally destroyed your ass. Motherfuckers out here can't even fucking eat, walk, and piss. We done goddamn built a whole another country out this motherfucker. Supposed to be, ain't. We done built a whole nother country off our goddamn backs. And that's a fact. But China's the enemy. China, all that kabuki theater bullshit. China's the enemy. You might have to fight China. Then why would you build your enemy up? Fucking stupid. That's the morons when they tell you China's it. Why would you build China up? And it's an undeniable fact now. It's unless you're in Africa, you're a moron. It's an undeniable fact that we built China. China didn't have a goddamn thing. We built that motherfucking country up. They had no fucking money. Motherfuckers couldn't even feed their fucking people. Piss poor, fucked up. Where'd the money come from? That's why you see when Joby shows Detroit all fucked up. That's just one city. So I'm done, guys. That's my right. That's just one city. All the Rust Belt is fucked up. That's why you got drug use in America because people don't got no jobs and all despair because they fucking took the money out of America and gave it to China. China didn't tell you, China's a miracle. Look what they've done. China's a miracle. Yeah? A miracle off my goddamn money and my goddamn father and mother's money. The fuck are you talking about? That's the miracle. Stealing out my damn pocket. China miracle my fucking ass. China miracle.
We'll wrap it up there. We'll continue tonight with the conversation and much more under that or what we shall be discussing. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in. Shout out to Jiba Jabba, shout out to KK, shout out to Mwaura right there on TikTok. I appreciate you. Santi Sana for tuning in and to all the amazing first-time listeners. Shout out to Tamara Tashley. Thank you so much for tuning in. A shout out to also the Providence who was also on the
You see, Joby, Pittsburgh, where Jibba Jabba lived, that was the steel part of the country. See, each part of America had sectors of industry. The Jibba Jabba front is called Steel Town. That's where we made the majority of the best steel in the world, and they took that and gave that to China. So it's been devastated. Pittsburgh is not no more Steel Town. That's what Pittsburgh was called, Steel Town.
Okay.
They took all the steel out of Pittsburgh and sent it to China. And if you look today, who's the number one maker of steel? China. Where they used to be where Jibba Jabba lived, Pittsburgh. But they didn't teach these people that all that shit with the China. China's a miracle. It's now the number one steel producers, number one in this, all the American industry that was shut down and sent over there. And supposedly they were the enemies of America. Why the fuck would you send your industry to your enemy? That you're a fucking moron because they're communists.
They are thieves, but much love, family. Kindly tune in
Much
on
love.
our Twitter show, catch up with Shia's guests and see what she's discussing. And see you guys later on the Tubonge show. Peace. Have an amazing day.
Shout out to Pittsburgh.